Transition defense was a huge problem for the Nuggets, and it continues to be a problem today. On Twitter told me that LeBron doesn't know how to play off ball, so fake numbers and fake news, buddy.
Those guys.
I may call LeBron the GOAT. I will never call him my daddy. This right here is my glorious King James. Go play the sound. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. I am a React content creator that likes to react to everything that is basketball related, whether that be the modern NBA or react to different content creators. I'm also someone that likes to react to drama content creators, YouTube, TikTok, clout, demon nonsense. So if you like someone that's going to let you sit there and melt your mind with brain rot to just kind of numb out to, I'm your guy. And if you like someone that has a decent amount of basketball insight, I'm your guy. So today is a ball video. We're going to be reacting to Mike Korzemba's video. Luka Doncic just sent the NBA a scary message. Now, before we get that started, I want to talk about the two games I watched last night and also just talk about Steph Curry's 56-point game. Even though I didn't see this one, I do want to give a little bit analysis more on the Warriors themselves versus the game in itself. You know what I mean? But I will talk about these two games a little bit here as well. When it comes to my analysis on like basketball games, I will make sure to give you guys at least 2 to 3 videos a week where I actually sit here, because I have one up already. I'm gonna do another one today. It was the Lakers game, I believe it was against the Nuggets, and I'm gonna do one today. That's the Cavs game against the Celtics, where I do a full 30 to 40 minute breakdown with some highlights, give my insight, and go from there. So today, we're just going to talk about these games real quick, not a giant breakdown, and then we're going to go back to reacting to Mike Korzemba's video. So we got a 9-minute and 15-second shot clock. It gives me about 3 minutes for each game. So let's get this shit started. Okay, so let's roll real quick. Okay, cool. So, Steph Curry dropped 56 points against the against the Magic. I did not see this game. Obviously, I saw highlights of this game. Highlights does not give you the full breakdown as far as teams and their ability to win games or their ability to be a great team. But I will say, as far as what I saw, I thought it was decent. I can't, like I said, too much on this game is not going to be said. One thing I do want to talk about is the Warriors. I understand that they're 7-1 since they got Jimmy Butler. They're playing very well, but their schedule is not something to really act like it's not there to shy away from. They have a very weak schedule. I believe it's one of the weakest in the NBA. They're currently facing teams that they should be able to beat. And not only that, Steph Curry had to drop 56 points to beat the Magic. And if he doesn't drop 56, I don't know if they even win this. Jimmy Butler has been playing well. I do give that to them, but they had to give away a lot of depth in order to get Jimmy Butler to be on their team. I said this before, and I still feel the same way. I truly just feel that Jimmy Butler is just a older Andrew Wiggins in a sense. Andrew Wiggins, I felt, was a great player. I still feel is a great player. But when it comes to Jimmy Butler, I understand playoff Jimmy. I understand that, you know, no one is going to match the intensity once he gets to the playoffs. But if you don't have a lot of depth in your fucking lineup, then I don't think that matters that much, especially since you're going to be going against teams like the Lakers. We can just look real quick, right? Because if they had to start the playoffs today, who would they face first? Would it be the Lakers? Let's go ahead and look. So if they had to start the playoffs today, the Warriors would face, not the Lakers, the Grizzlies. I didn't even know there were 7, but I guess so. The Warriors would face the Grizzlies. Let's say they bump up to 6. Okay, so the Warriors would face the Nuggets. If they bump up to 5, the Warriors would face the Lakers. And that's assuming, obviously, everybody stays the same. Probably not going to happen, because I can see the Nuggets dropping, if I'm being honest with you guys. But we'll get to that when we talk about the Nuggets here. I just don't know how much I trust the Warriors. And if they're stuck in the 7 to 10 spot, it's not even guaranteed, because they're going to be in the play-in. So it's one of those things where I just don't trust that the Warriors are actually going to make it out of the playoff first round. And I wouldn't be shocked if they made it, like they went home in the play-in. But they've been on a 5-game winning streak. I can't take that away from them. And even though they may be facing weak teams and going to face weak teams in the future, this was a great game. Nonetheless, Steph Curry had a monster game. 12 of 19 from three-point land is absolutely disgusting. Disgusting. That is efficiency on another level. But again, I just don't know how much I trust the Warriors to actually make a strong push in the playoffs. I have to see them actually face, championship contending teams to feel any different. But I do think they face the Knicks. Don't worry, Knicks fans. I'm not calling you championship contenders. Calm down. But I do think they face the Knicks, which is a good team. And we're going to see how they do against them. But I believe that's in the near future. All right, next game. Shot clock's going down. Nuggets and Bucks. So I actually did watch this game, and I had a few thoughts on it. One thing I will point out is the transition defense was a huge problem for the Nuggets, and it continues to be a problem today. Like, the biggest thing with the Nuggets when I saw them face the Lakers, and I said it in my video where I did a full breakdown analysis of the Nuggets and Lakers games, which I'll tag at the end of this video, is that I truly feel like their transition defense is going to be their downfall, and they're not as scary as they used to be, and I saw that in this game. When it came to running the floor and fast break points, the Bucks just outclassed them. I truly don't understand, as far as their energy goes, why their defensive energy is just not there when it comes to, like, midway through the first, it wasn't there, and then even in the fourth quarter, when it seemed like they were pulling the game closer and closer and closer, and it just got taken away from them. Even up to the last, 2 minutes of the game, just wide open looks that just shouldn't be happening with Giannis, with Lillard. It made no sense to me. I don't know how much I trust this team to actually make a strong playoff push. This Nuggets team is not even the same Nuggets team from last year as far as, being scared of them. You have Jokic dropping a 32 points, 14 rebound, 10 assists, 13 of 16, 1 of 2 from 3. Extremely efficient. Triple-double. But it doesn't even matter. They still lost. Now, Giannis had a big game as well. So that's my Denver point of things. One thing I want to bring up real quick before we get to the Bucks is Russell Westbrook was amazing off the bench. I love Westbrook. I love his energy. When he was when he was on the bench, they were, I believe, 3 for 11 from the field, and then when he got off the bench and he got on the floor, they were 6 for 8 from the field. So Russell Westbrook had a huge impact on his game. Even though it was a loss, Westbrook is a strong motor on this team, and I'm excited to see what he does moving forward as far as the Nuggets go and his tenure there. But I just feel like this was an underwhelming game on the Nuggets' part, and I don't see them being a strong playoff team if they keep playing like this. Now, they can always prove me wrong and come back. I believe in them a lot more than I do the Warriors. Trust me, because they got a lot of good pieces. They just need that drive. But I don't know what's going to happen moving forward. They just need to be playing better, and they have the pieces to do so, so we'll see. Now, as far as the team that is playing better is the Bucks. I had a lot of questions about them because they've been kind of up and down. At home, they're great, but on the road, they haven't been as well. But Giannis played an amazing game. He had 19 rebounds. Damian Lillard was Dame time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He had a couple big threes, one in the fourth quarter, one at the end of the first quarter. These threes were pretty fucking detrimental as far as cutting the lead down to a tie, and then also pushing the lead up to about double digits. So the Bucks are a very good and interesting team. I will say I don't feel that good about them defensively, just like I don't feel that good about the Nuggets defensively. They're 13th defensively right now in the last 20 games, but at the end of the day, the Bucks are 23rd. And that is also a thing with the Bucks, right? Is the Bucks are 23rd, and when it comes down to their offensive efficiency, the Nuggets are 19. The Nuggets are 23rd, and the Nuggets are 19th. So 19 in the offensive rating and 23rd in defensive rating in the last 20 games. So the Bucks need to pick it up, but not the Bucks. The Nuggets, damn, need to pick it up. But when it comes to the Bucks, they've been playing extremely well. I respect their game, and defensively, they are 13th. They could be better, but I give it to them. It was a good game overall, and it was a good game against a good team, because I do think the Nuggets can pick it up and be better than the last 20 games they've been playing. So, last game, 2 minutes left on the shot clock. Let's talk about the Lakers and the Timberwolves. Now, Anthony Edwards got ejected, picked up 2 technicals. I don't believe he'll be playing tonight because he got a 16th technical, so he will be suspended. He threw the ball into the crowd. I don't understand. As far as Anthony Edwards, I respect him. He's a great player. He's just cool-headed, man. Cool-headed. don't ever give your money back, right? You get money from this league, don't give it back. You gave almost $500,000 in fines back to the NBA for nonsense, my guy. Like, don't be doing that. I know you don't want to be the face of the league, but your talent makes you the face of the league, especially moving forward. You, Luka, you're going to be the faces of the league. So you're going to have to, you know, at times, stay calm, stay collected. But this game was fun to watch. I will say the Lakers had a bit of a breakdown. Their free throw percentage was absolutely atrocious. They got to the line, but they couldn't hit shit for shit. They weren't even 70%, 69%, 32 for 46 from the free throw line. They were 26% from three-point land, 41% from the field. This was not a good game on the Lakers on any front. It was a good game for, you know what I'm about to do? There we go. So, Goat James, right, had a very good game. He had 17 rebounds. He had 6 assists, a steal, a block, and he also dropped 33 points. Now, Luka was on a cold stretch. I understand he had 21 points, but he went 6 from 20 from the field, and he missed like 10 in a row. So I do like how Luka, you know, is trying to get his feet back under him. But this was a nasty game from everybody around. Nasty from the fucking free throw run. Nasty from 3-point land. Damn. Nasty from. We'll go over a minute. We'll treat it like soccer rules, right? Soccer rules. We'll go over a minute. Nasty from the free throw line. Nasty from 3-point lane. Nasty from field goal range. Nasty all around. But one thing I do think is that when you have a nasty game like this, where you have a 23-point lead and it gets dwindled down to 5, and you still are able to pull out the victory, you're still able to hold the lead, you're still able to close the game. This is a game that, even though it's not the best, even though it should have been a lot better, it's something you can look at and go, okay, even though it should have been better, this was a good game overall. So when it comes to the Lakers, I'm not saying it was a great game. I'm saying that it's one of those games that's like, you should have been blown out. These numbers, you should have been blown out. You should have definitely lost. But your defense held, right? You held them down. Your defense held, and you were able to, again, hold a team down to about 100 points. Win the game, close it out. Respect. Mad respect to the Lakers as far as this game goes. They could have been a lot better. I am going to call that out. LeBron was great, but a lot of these Luka needs to find his groove. That's all I need to say. Luka needs to find his groove. It's going to take him a little bit of time, I understand that, but he needs to find his groove. But the fact that he's finding his groove and they still have been winning, that's always an excellent sign, because I've been imagining, my thing was they're going to lose a few games and then start winning when Luka finds his groove, but they've been winning when Luka has been just trying to find it. So this is a very good sign for your team as far as them being playoff contenders. Like I said, I got to see how they do in the next few games before I jump farther than that. Okay, but that's everything I need to say. Oh, by the way, Rui Hachimura left with injury. Hopefully he's okay. He's a huge part to this team, so hopefully he's okay. I'll go ahead and look to see if there's any. Well, we can just look right now to see if there's any update as far as his injury goes. It's a left knee strain. That's what's being said. Is there a more reliable source? Oh, okay. So it says left knee strain. It's just Reddit pages. We'll get more information in 24 hours. Okay, so we don't know anything right now. We'll find out later. But that was my rundown of the 2 NBA games that I watched last night. Also, a little bit of a rundown on how I feel about the Warriors. But with all that being said, now we get to the reaction. I'm going to go ahead and before I start this video, if you just clicked on the timestamp to get to this reaction, I will go over a full reaction of today's game, the Cavs-Celtics game. Full breakdown, full analysis. I won't be on a shot clock timer. I will actually sit down and break down everything I think about the game. I will have notes. That's right. I take notes. I'll have notes on the game, and I'll let you guys know what I think about the teams after I watch it. So, nonetheless, let's get this started. So let's full screen this. 1.25 speed. And let's play, baby.
Against his old team, the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic not only got revenge by becoming just the third player in NBA history, along with Russell Westbrook and LeBron James, to record a triple-double against every NBA franchise, but also, it has been reported that after this Mavericks trade, a beast was awakened inside Luka Doncic due to the fact that the Mavericks, or Nico Harrison in general, have been calling Luka fat and out of shape at a historic rate. Since this trade, Luka has been noticeably shedding pounds at a level that has drawn comparisons to James Harden, when Harden was accused of wearing a fat suit, but what is even more important is that the Lakers have now gained new life. They're looking to push for a title this very season, and their stars have never looked better.
It's one of those things when it comes to Luka Doncic. Even if Luka is a fat, chubby boy like me, because I'm a fat, chubby boy, why does it... Who gives a... When he's dropping you numbers like he is, when he's taking the team to the finals... When he is as efficient as he is, and I know that he may have suffered from injuries a little bit, but again, he plays most of the games. He plays in the playoffs. He's efficient. He may be a defensive liability, and that may be because of the weight and the energy that has to be spent on that end. Why the hell would you think trading for a 31-year-old with injury history is a smart play to go? But I'm not even going to fucking go back to that. That's just Nico Harris being... Nico, you do understand that if Luka wins even one title in the next 4 years, because I can see Anthony Davis retiring at like 35. He's a big man, so like 35, 36. I don't see him playing longer than that, especially with the injury history. So if the next like 4 years, if you get nothing out of AD as far as championships go, and Luka just gets one, he could just be one, this is going to go down. It already is looking like, I think it is, the worst trade in NBA history. But this will be fucking supplemented. Fucking put a stamp on that bitch, baby. I'm just saying. So, let's keep going.
Luka trade, LeBron has upped his numbers, averaging 28.5 points, 9.3 rebounds, and 6.9 assists.
This right here is my glorious King James. Go, play the sound. Let's keep going.
And he's had 2 40-point games, making him the oldest player in NBA history 2 separate times to drop 40 points. Austin Reeves just had 45 points against the Indiana Pacers, and his numbers have also skyrocketed. He is averaging 23.1 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 6.2 assists per game since the trade has taken place, as people have started to say that he is the best third option in the entire league. The Lakers have been 7-2 since shipping off Anthony Davis for Luka Doncic, and we know that Luka has not been himself yet in LA. Luka was shocked by this deal. When he gets his head on right and fully taps in, we now need to demand the question, are the Lakers good enough to actually go out and win the 2025 NBA championship? What's up?
I'll let his intro play
Mike here, and let's immediately focus on this.
Which things could get real spicy here.
Okay, so this is my thoughts as far as like the Lakers. Can they actually compete for a title? I said this before, I'll say it again. I think the Lakers have enough with them where I could see them winning a title and I wouldn't be shocked. The Lakers have enough pieces on their team to where if they won a title, I wouldn't be shocked, but it's something that I would have to actually sit down and go, I just don't think it's reasonable to say so. It's one of those mind over heart things. My heart will say yes, and my mind will obviously say no. It's one of those things, right? Because when you have teams like OKC, when you have teams like Boston, when you have teams like Cleveland, even like the Nuggets, as bad as they've been playing, it's hard for me to just turn around and say, yep, the Lakers got it. But when you have Luka Doncic and go James, it's hard for me to sit here and go, well, it's definitely not possible. So I can see it being a possibility, but again, let me see what they do in the next few games, and I can give you guys a stronger feeling on that.
Throughout this game as Doncic rips another one and immediately turns to the Mavericks bench.
You just watched Luka knock down a 3 and then supposedly stare down the Mavericks bench, and then watching Luka hug and dap up all of his former teammates he played with after the game, I think it is much more likely, of course, that he was staring into the souls of Dallas Mavericks management. Nico Harrison in particular. Luka was sending them a message. If you trade away me, I am going to make you pay. However, with that said, it has been obvious that Luka's mind has not been in the best place since this trade, and the reasons for trading him have seemingly made no sense at all, ranging from, again, that he was just fat and out of shape. 2, he was not a good leader. To even recently, that Jaylen Brown's defense on Luka in the NBA Finals is what did it. The absolute shocking nature of this trade for Luka, combined with his injuries, is a large reason why, before this trade, Luka was averaging 28.1 points, 8.3 rebounds, 7.8 assists, and 2 steals per game, doing what we expect from him, playing like an absolute megastar. But since this trade, in 5 games, Luka has averaged just 19 points per game on 38.1% shooting. That has drawn some question marks, but really, everything else is still there. Luka has averaged 9 rebounds a game.
I think the thing with Luka is that he just, I don't know if it's more mental. Trust me, I thought it was a mental block until he turned around and dropped 30. Okay? One thing with Luka, I just truly feel like, and I know it's one game with 30, but it's if it was a mental block, he wouldn't even have a game like that. I truly just feel he needs to get his legs under him. He hasn't played basketball in however long he hasn't played basketball. Yes, the trade is a factor. I'm not saying it isn't, but it's one of those things where it's like, these motherfuckers just traded me. I haven't been in basketball shape for a minute. I need to get out there and play the game, and I'm going to be rusty, okay? Bro, have you guys played basketball, right? And then life happens, job, school, wife, woman, am I right? Life happens, right? And you got to do shit. You got a lot of shit you got to do. And then you can't play as much basketball as you used to. And you go back to the basketball court after like a couple weeks, and you could have a clean stroke when you were playing every day. And you go back after like a couple weeks, and you go to shoot, and you're missing even your spots. They're not going in. Nothing's going in. You got a result to taking it to the rack. That's what my big ass do. I go with that hizzy, bling. That's what I do with that shit. But when it comes to Luka, he's an NBA player. He hasn't played in however long since he's been out with the injury. It's going to take him some time to get his legs under him. It's going to take him some time to actually get, his field goal percentage up. He's never been extremely efficient anyway, but he's been efficient enough, and he's too good of a scorer to where it doesn't really matter. But let's just see what happens. Let's see what happens as far as these next few games go. Because like I said, they were able to have a really bad game last night. That was a bad game. I'm telling you, I watched the game. You may see the score. That doesn't matter. I watched that game. LeBron played good. Okay? But the team as a whole, that game was bad. That was a bad game by the Lakers. And they still won. So it's just one of those things where if Luka's able to find himself even when they're winning, that's good for their team. So let's just see what he does in the next few games.
Game, he's averaged 7 assists a game, 1.8 steals a game. The problem is he just has not made shots that he has made his entire NBA career. I do not see this as a bad thing. I see this as a scary thought for the rest of the league. What is more likely here? Luka has magically forgotten how to shoot, or he is just having a rough shooting stretch after his mind has been out of it due to absolute betrayal. I think we would all agree Luka is going to find his shot again, which is going to make the Lakers a tough out in the playoffs no matter who they are playing. As already right in front of our eyes, we can see the impact that Luka has brought to the Lakers. As while the Lakers clearly are missing a center, and that is hurting them, they have become a team who have 2 separate perimeter players who demand to be double teamed at all times. 2 guys who can catch the ball on the wing and also bring the ball into the post where they can score in a variety of ways. If you do not double team Luka Doncic or LeBron James, you are going to watch them score at will in isolation situations. That means a guy like Austin Reeves is going to get wide open catch and shoot looks. He is going to get tremendously more space in his own isolation situations, as the defense has to worry about both LeBron and Luka, and opponents are really struggling to game plan for this already. When watching Luka drive to the basket, we find multiple examples of teams sending several defenders at him, basically their entire roster. And then Luka, with his top tier playmaking ability and passing IQ, has just made these teams pay time and time again with his passing. Luka has done the same thing in just straight up iso.
Luka is so nasty. Oh my god. Luka is so nasty. He's so pretty with those passes. Oh my god.
Situations. We know his step back 3 is almost a legendary move at this point, and because defenses are so afraid of it, Luka is able to use this to his advantage and again freeze the defense and find wide open.
Luka had a nasty step back 3 against the Timberwolves last night where he was in the spot here. 2 players were closing him out. This was in the 4th quarter. Motherfucker just went kablam, threw that shit up, went in. So yeah, like I said, and that was in the 4th quarter, and I told you guys it was a close game. So that was a clutch shot for sure. It was I believe in the last 5 minutes as well. So it's one of those things when it comes to Luka. He just needs to get his legs under him. I don't think it's mental. Because, again, if it was mental, I don't think he hits a fading three with under 5 minutes in the fourth quarter in a close game with two players closing him out. Right? I don't see that happening. I truly just feel like it is a mental block a little bit. But it's mostly just him trying to get back into that basketball shape. It's going to take a minute, but he'll get there. I think maybe one more game or two, and we'll see full Luka. Because we see flashes here and there, but we'll see it full Luka in the next game or two. But it is kind of shocking, like I said, that they could have a terrible game and come out with the W. That's why I feel like they'll even win against the Clippers tonight. Because if you have a terrible game like you did last night, you're bound to come out with a win tonight, because, Jesus, you can't have two bad games like that again, especially going 69% from free throws.
Open teammates such as Dorian Finney-Smith. Smith recently said, "The last couple years, I have been playing with guys like Luka, so I've been getting hard closeouts. But now, I got that time. You butt naked, wide open." Quick side note, if you enjoy quotes like this and are enjoying this content in general...
Hey, Finney-Smith, if you butt naked, wide open, why don't you hit the shot into the fucking rim? Hit your shots! Man is standing there talking about, "I'm butt naked, look at me, helicopter!" But does everything but hit shots. Like, hit your damn shots. He do be wide open, but he be missing his damn shots.
General, it would be awesome if you could subscribe and turn on post notifications only if you are enjoying the video. But before we continue, guys, I want to say thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring today's video. Basketball fans, us, it is post-trade deadline season, which means new players on new teams, which means more action. There's a lot to be excited about right now. And whether it's your favorite team playing or a long-standing rivalry, there's always something good to watch. Get in on the action now with my partners at DraftKings. Right now, new customers, download the DraftKings app and use my promo code Korzemba for a free share at $1 million. $1 million in prizes with your first $5 deposit. That's code Korzemba, only at DraftKings. And to play, all you have to do is just draft your players and they earn points based on their in-game performances. You can also check out all DraftKings has to offer via their website or app. So what are you waiting for? Download the DraftKings app now. New customers, use my promo code Korzemba and play free for a share in $1 million in prizes with just a $5 deposit. That's promo code Korzemba, only at DraftKings. Thank you to DraftKings for sponsoring. And now, let's get back into the video.
Gambling is fun. Yeah, don't.
But as for the Lakers, what gets even more dangerous here is that LeBron James is also known as one of the best players in the world. So LeBron demands his own gravity. This is putting defenses in an almost impossible situation, as they have to decide, when LeBron has the ball, do they throw extra players at him and give up wide open shots? Or do they let LeBron James isolate by himself, go one-on-one, where he's almost a guaranteed bucket? Truly a pick your poison type of situation. And LeBron has played with two other star guards slash wing players in his past, Kyrie Irving and Dwayne Wade. And in both of those situations, both of those guys were high usage players, and both of those guys won championship rings with LeBron James. Now, I will argue...
What? I can't believe this is true. Hold on. Okay, everyone on Twitter always tells me, and everyone who commentates basketball always tells me that LeBron does not know how to play off the ball. He hasn't done it, okay? That's what everybody tells me, right? Everybody usually tells me. They say that LeBron cannot play off the ball. So when you're telling me that Dwayne Wade's usage rate was 32% and Kyrie was 28%, I don't believe that, because someone on Twitter told me that LeBron doesn't know how to play off ball. So fake numbers and fake news, buddy.
Those guys were high usage players, and both of those guys won championship rings with LeBron James.
Jokes aside, though, this narrative, because even Charles Barkley was saying this narrative when Luka got traded there. This narrative of LeBron not being able to play off the ball should have been squashed back when he played with Wade. I don't know why at the age of 40, and this man has been in the league for 21 years, why we don't feel like LeBron can play off the ball. And by the way, Luka had the ball a lot in last night's game against the Timberwolves. I like that. Luka had the ball in his hands a lot. Luka is taking the most amount of shots on the team. Like, can we stop? Can we stop? Jesus Christ. This narrative is just so annoying. It makes no sense. It's the same narrative that's been running for years. Like, LeBron doesn't know how to play off the ball. It's like, since when? Because I haven't been aware of that.
Now, I will argue Luka is actually a better fit with LeBron than both Kyrie and Wade for two reasons. One, Luka is the best playmaker out of this bunch. Luka is actually the best playmaker LeBron has ever had as a teammate. When the Lakers offense is running at its peak, someone is going to get a good shot just simply because LeBron and Luka are actually the two best passing wings we have ever seen. The second reason I'll argue Luka is the best wing fit LeBron has ever played with is that LeBron is currently at a point in his career where for the first time, he is openly saying he is good with another star having the ball in his hands more than him. Now, I know a lot of people will doubt this and question, will LeBron still do this in the playoffs? But we have never heard LeBron speak like this so openly about another teammate. Listen to this recent quote. I believe that in order for us to ultimately be the team that we want to be with him here, he has to have the ball. He has to be him. The 7 years that we've seen in the NBA with Luka, we want that Luka. My message has been, you don't have to confine your game to us. We need to figure it out with you. Whatever he needs, I'm here. LeBron would finish this up by saying, I've worked on my outside shot and my catch and shoot game for quite a while now to be able to sync up with someone like Luka. LeBron this season.
No, I don't think so. No, LeBron can't play off the ball. Fake news, fake quote, AI quote. This AI shit's getting crazy.
Is shooting 44% in catch and shoot situations. Just 2 years ago in 2023, he shot just 36.4% in catch and shoot situations. So he isn't lying here. He has been working on his game in that way. He has been waiting for another star to help him carry the load. And that makes perfect sense because LeBron is 40. It makes sense that he does not want to absolutely have to put the team on his back in order to win. Again, he is showing Luka respect. We have not seen him give another teammate. When this trade broke, it was actually said that LeBron had always dreamed of playing with Luka for years. That was according to Brian Windhorst. And Luka, after this trade, said that playing with LeBron was a dream come true. Having two stars who love playing with each other is absolutely key, especially if you were trying to create chemistry very soon. LeBron did have that chemistry in Miami with Wade, but remember, it did take them 2 years to win a championship. He did develop that on-court chemistry with Kyrie Irving, although it would also take LeBron and Kyrie 2 years to win a championship, but injuries played a large role in that. I emphasized on-court chemistry though, because do you remember this?
Yeah, good. I'm glad you brought that up. I'm like, hold on, my buddy, my pal, okay? That 2014 series against the Golden State Warriors, Kyrie went down, K-Love went down, they had Matthew Dellavedova as the second option, like, please, okay? And he took that team 6 games against the Golden State Warriors. I'm gonna be honest with you, you have Kyrie and Kevin Love, or you have Kyrie or Kevin Love, one or the other. We may be talking a different narrative right now, but that's besides the point. Let's keep going. We don't do what ifs here, do we? We don't do what ifs.
When Kyrie was playing with LeBron, he was asked the following.
So what type of parental role has he played for you and your team?
See, you see his that's an excellent face. I may call LeBron the GOAT. I will never call him my daddy. And that's what they just asked him. That is what they just asked this man. Hey, Kyrie, how was it to learn from your daddy? It's like, oh, are you talking about LeBron? No, damn it, I messed up the joke. You guys knew what I was going for. Should I edit this? Let me cut this out. Let me redo the joke. No, I'm just kidding. But you knew what I was going with there. I was gonna make a joke just like, learning from your daddy. He was gonna say, oh, you taught me a lot. It's like, no, not that dad, LeBron. Like, yeah, your parental role. These are grown-ass men, man. They're both grown men. Grown fucking men. You don't say that to another guy. This may have been a little bit of the reason that Kyrie left. It's not necessarily LeBron. It's how people asked him questions about LeBron. I can understand why it can be weird. And that's why Kyrie even said he regrets leaving. But again, that's conversation for another video. Let's keep going.
Oh, okay. So he's been a great leader for us. I have one father. That's my dad, Frederick Irving.
Kyrie would actually end up demanding a trade from the Cavaliers due to this type of treatment from the media. I don't think LeBron was out here actually trying to parent him. I think Kyrie just got sick of being treated like a little bro or a little son. But at this point in time, Kyrie and LeBron James were at different points in their careers. Right now, Luka is approaching his apex prime, while LeBron is in his how is he still doing this at this age arc. But a question does still remain for this team. We have actually never seen an NBA superstar get traded at the trade deadline and then go on to win a championship that very year. The closest thing we have seen is is four-time All-Star Rasheed Wallace, getting traded to the 2004 Detroit Pistons and helping them lock in a title that very season. But Rasheed was not a superstar with a massive usage rate. Rasheed averaged 13 points per game, 7.8 rebounds per game, and 2 blocks per game in Detroit's 2004 playoff run. He wasn't shooting 20 shots per game. The 2004 Detroit Pistons are one of the rarest teams in basketball history. They're one of the only title teams to win it all without an MVP level player. We have seen superstars traded at the trade deadline. Recently, it's happened a few times with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and James Harden. Kyrie had the best
Katie gets traded a lot.
outcome, helping the Mavericks make the finals, but that was one season after he was traded. So in terms of historic NBA trends, the Lakers would have to do something that no other team has ever done this year. However, if there was one duo that was going to make this happen, I do think LeBron and Luka would be those two guys. And I do know one thing for certain, this year's playoffs are going to be amazing. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. That way you never miss another video, but that's only if you are enjoying this content. If you're already subscribed, if you're still here, thank you so much for supporting. You are awesome. We all know it. And as always, have an awesome day and cue that music.
What music? Lies! Lies! But yeah, I mean, this was a good video. I like more Mike Korzemba, you know. He knows ball. I like this analysis as far as this breakdown of it. Like I said, if we go back here, if the Lakers can play a terrible game like this and able to pull out a victory, that is going to be scary for when they actually are able to play well and Luka has his legs under him. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the future as far as the Lakers go with Luka. I do think they're a strong playoff contender. I do think they're a strong playoff team. Like I said, I got to see what they do. Let me see what they do against the Clippers tonight. We can go ahead and look at their schedule. I'm looking on my side monitor here. I'll pull it over here for you guys, though. Let's go ahead and look at their schedule real quick. I mean, you got the Clippers, Pelicans, Knicks, Celtics. This is going to be a tester. Then it's going to be the Nets, Bucks, and Nuggets. See, I said this stretch up here is a tester. This is a tester right here. You got the Celtics, Nets, but then you got the Bucks, then you got the Nuggets, and then you got the Suns. Even though the Suns haven't been playing well, still Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, Devin Booker, still a team that should be good. That's ridiculous. But anyway, you get the Spurs, but then you get the Nuggets again and the Bucks again. So this is just going to be a massively difficult ass game for them. Lakers versus Bulls on Thursday. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I can go, I might go to this game. It depends what the tickets are, bro. Cause I'm a broke boy, so I don't know. But if I can't go to this game, I'll definitely record shit for you guys. Record some shit for you guys and talk about it. But we'll see. Other than that, if you like the content, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want me to react to, and I will do that. Let me know if there's anything you want me to talk about, and I will do that. And until next time, my friends, I love you. See you. Goodbye.